Excellent!
Previously on the first half of this two-part video, that the first half is on Kyle's channel, that you might have already watched before.
Cell hates stock coolers. Like, I know this is a pretty decent Wraith stealth here, but he's gonna be livid if we put this in his system. Dude, one time I saw him grab a guy's balls just for holding one of these things. Granted, I've seen him grab a guy's balls for no reason at all, but it was still really disturbing.
Look, I don't care what kind of a fetish Cell has for aftermarket CPU coolers, I am not gonna let it ruin this project.
Get your shit together, Paul!
Oh, falling apart!
They just expect so much from us. What year is it?
I don't know, I passed out. I think there's some fumes collected down there or something.
Oh, God. So we need a CPU cooler.
I think we might have overreacted.
Yeah, we are in a garage full of your hardware. So.
I do, there's probably a good chance that I have a CPU cooler just to, there's one right here.
Hey,
all right.
that works.
Cool.
Moving on.
Problem solved. So guys, obviously you should have watched Kyle's video, the first half of this build. We're building a system for Cell Processing, our good friend and our longtime moderator for our live show that we do on Tuesday evenings at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is called Awesome Hardware. We're trying to say thank you to Cell because he's been such a good moderator, and because we think he could use a better computer, and because Ryzen processors are really badass. And he likes to stream and stuff. Cell streams and games, and like 8-core Ryzen 1700X, like the CPU that we're putting in here, that's gonna do a really good job at the streaming and the gaming. It's also got kind of a poop, it looks like a little pile of poop.
It's the turd method.
The turd method of thermal paste application.
Coined it myself.
That Kyle started out on his half before a bunch of drama struck. But you know what? Fortunately, we've moved past that. And it doesn't matter how badly Cell hates CPU coolers or like stock heatsink fans. He's got to have his way. So we're upgrading him here. We're going to drop in the Thermaltake Contact Silent 12. Which Kyle is currently trying to decipher the instructions. He's trying to the instructions. He's trying to destruct this thing.
I'm gonna destroy it.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay. First step. Oh, it's actually having you put the fan on first. That's new.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not take the fan off?
No, it's actually pointing the arrows towards the heatsink, saying do it. Saying do it this way.
Curious.
Interesting. Why does it not feel...
Kyle is a professional, ladies and gentlemen. He's installed thousands and thousands of CPU heatsink fans in the past.
This does not feel right, though.
It's demonstrating a method.
Nope, shut up.
Method
Hold on.
that's long been treasured by many CPU builders.
Something doesn't feel right here.
Originating from his native homeland of Thailand.
That's racist.
He had to study.
Pointing out where I'm from is racist.
He studied for
I'm triggered.
over 50 years to perfect this method.
Paul Palmer. It feels really tight. That's what she said.
It's a good thing.
I know. But sometimes it can be a little scary when it's too tight, you know? You're wondering, is this thing too big?
Just gotta drive it home, man.
You don't want to break it.
You gotta force it in
You
there.
don't want to break it because it's too tight. I've done that before. It's not pretty. No one wins. Okay. It just feels. I don't know. It doesn't feel.
The clips aren't upside down. No, they came pre-installed, didn't they?
Yeah. Here, you see if I'm crazy or not.
Yeah, there's no way that will fit.
Like
I can see it. I can see right here.
it's just when you push down on the CPU.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Oh wow. Okay. That is scary. All right, so I have handed over the CPU cooler to Paul because I am just too paranoid to break it. This is the strangest mounting mechanism I've ever seen. You're actually supposed to bend the metal bracket in order for the little latches to reach the built-in mounts on the motherboard.
Got it.
And Paul has done it because he's braver than I am.
These two side pieces right here really flex a lot. Which I actually think is a good thing. I mean, it takes pressure to put it on, but it's holding this very securely against the CPU, so there should be plenty of good contact there.
And Thermaltake needs to work on their manual just a bit because there's no indication that you should be bending the metal from the pictures. It just says pop it on there and it'll do everything on its own. But you can see that Paul's almost nearly flatted the metal out. These metal brackets here, they were about 45-degree angle, and he literally just pushed it down hard enough on the CPU until it fit. But good job, Paul.
Thank you.
Well done. We didn't break a CPU.
I am a professional.
Yes, you are.
So we have opted to remove this blue LED fan from the back. It's just not our favorite look, and God knows that Cell, I mean, if there's one thing that he hates even maybe just as much as stock heatsink fans, it's LED fans with clear plastic. We're gonna drop in one of these Fractal Airflow Venturi fans instead. So we weren't 100% sure where to go with the SSD. There's a chance of it clashing, but honestly it doesn't look too bad. We have dropped the graphics card in now. So we've got the red, white, blue, black, but honestly it doesn't look too bad. We decided to go with these Glamour slots down here. There are at least one of those, and they're not too difficult to install. Just secures with the thumb screw. So everything's coming together though. It's looking very pretty. It's looking nice. I think what's really going to destroy this is putting in the power supply, because that's what's next. And oh my God, this. Cell, you need cable extensions. Please install cable extensions very soon.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Cable management proceeding slowly. Let's see what Kyle's up to.
I'm plugging in the CPU connector.
Oh.
Our 8-pin here.
Ah, the 8-pin. That one can be challenging to reach if you leave it until later on. But we enjoy a challenge.
We do. Nothing we can't handle.
It looks like we are pretty much done with this build as far as getting everything together and functional. Cal's gonna act as Vanna White for me here as we show you guys just a quick look before we hopefully also do a reveal for Cell if we can get him on the phone or whatever. Now you'll notice that our color scheme completely went to crap as soon as we installed the power supply down there, but it's okay because again, really good power supply. But we lose the color coordination because obviously, you know, your PCI Express cables right here look horrible. That up there looks horrible. But if you can ignore that, you can get just a much better appreciation for how nice this system actually is.
Let me just let your imagination run wild here.
Yeah, you just
see?
Cover that up.
See, it looks so much better now.
Yeah, it's perfect.
There we go.
What a beautiful build. All right, so got the SSD down in the tray here. Bear in mind that this bottom piece here will be covered when we put the side panel back on in just a moment. And then beyond that, you know, you got a pretty standard ATX size build here. Two 140 fans in the front, and then again we upgraded that fan in the back to the Fractal Venturi Airflow version. So I'm pretty stoked. We should turn this on.
Yep. You want to take a look at the back really quick?
Oh yeah, let's appreciate our cable management.
Backside.
Look at that.
Fortunately, we have a basement, so we kind of crammed a bunch of stuff in there.
Yep.
Also in the interest of time, but the case does a pretty good job of providing some Velcro straps to tie things down so we can fit that side panel on. Of course, we are encouraging Cell to add some extensions in the near future.
Yes, we are.
So we didn't want to lock down things too tightly because he might be going in there himself in the near future. But it's looking pretty good all around.
All right, I've got the power switch in the back.
I'm gonna power it on. Where's the power? Okay, here we go. I'm too short. Ready?
Power button. Yep.
Hey!
Oh, beautiful.
We have a boot, more or less.
Glorious.
Look at that.
Look at all the lights. Beautiful, pretty lights.
That board LED has already matched the graphics card.
Yeah.
See?
It's ideal.
It was meant to be.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Now that we know that this works, and we also got the blue LED in the front. Now that we know that we've at least got an initial power on and everything seems to be functioning, we're going to try to see if we can communicate with Cell and perhaps do a dramatic reveal. but we don't know if that's going to happen yet. So
What if he just decides today to stop being our friends?
that would suck.
That would suck for him. And for us.
Because then
Mostly for him, though.
we'd have to give this away to like our fans or something. We'll give it to Cell.
Yeah.
So guys, this is Cell, who we've told you a little bit about. He's our moderator, and we've been working on a little project that involves Cell, and it's right here. So Kyle, take it away.
Cell, we thought since you've been such a great moderator and friend to us for the past few years that we would build you a little system here. So this is your new system, assuming that you want it. We decided to throw some nice hardware in here, including a Ryzen 7 1700X. There's a Gigabyte gaming, Aorus Gaming 5 motherboard in there. That's on the X370 chipset. 16 gigs of RAM, that's some LPX DDR4 at 3200. We also have an RX 580 from Power Color. It's the Red Devil Golden Sample, which should be a nice complement to your FreeSync panel. And we've also got a 240 gig Toshiba OCZ TL100 SSD in there for your boot drive and whatnot. We swapped out the ugly blue LED fan that came with the case with a nice Fractal Venturi 140. And speaking of the case, we are rocking a Master Case Pro 6 from good old Cooler Master.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will say that Paul and I were a little bit short on are the power supply cables. You might need to get some extensions because we know how you and all of us feel about ketchup and mustard. Unfortunately, we didn't have any extensions on hand, so maybe that's a little bit of a DIY job you can do once this gets home to you. But for the most part, it's a stellar power supply, 1200 watt from Antec, 80 plus gold, right? Gold, I think.
Yeah, it's gold.
And all that jazz. So highly power efficient. Should be enough, even if you wanted to throw in a second graphics card in there down the line or something like that. But hopefully this pleases you as much as you have pleased us. And I mean that in every interpretation imaginable. We just wanted to say thanks for all that you do for us and Awesome Hardware and our channels, and that we love you. So,
Thank
hope
you
you
guys. Wow. It wasn't necessary at all, guys.
We know.
It really wasn't.
We know. We're just we felt like it was something we wanted to do.
We wanted
not
to
something
do
we
it,
felt-
Cell.
We didn't feel obligated to do it.
We
just
wanted
felt
to
like-
do it for
yeah.
you. Plus, we think your current computer sucks. That's the main thing here.
Yep, you suck.
And it might just all be a ploy so we can get your address, because we've been trying to track you down for a really long time.
We will find you.
But
We will find you eventually, and we will kill you.
Well, I'm not actually in one location. I'm actually omnipresent, right?
Cell bounces around. You never know where he's going to show up next.
He's off the grid.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys,
Okay.
that's all.
Thank you.
That's the end of the video. Cell, you're very welcome. We're going to get this to you really quickly.
Yep.
And we actually have a live show to get ready for right now to finish preparing for, so we're going to get on top of that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. And by the way, before we close the video, Cell, we're gonna need you to work a little overtime next week on Awesome Hardware. Hopefully that's cool. I mean, now that you have this awesome system, you can definitely put in a few more hours to really make the show what it deserves to be. So. Sure. Hope that's cool too. All right. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
I have
Thanks,
no
Cell.
clue what they're talking about. They surprised me with this. They're like, "Hey, we're doing a sketch." I was like, I knew something's up.
All right, so guys, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, of course, if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to Cell. He streams on Twitch all the time, twitch.tv/cellprocessing. We'll put links to his other social media and stuff in this video's description. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks, Kyle, for coming over and helping build this computer. Thanks, Cell, for all of your hard work for us. And see you later, guys. Have a good one.
See you guys. Bye, Cell.